Hey guys, I just hit the record button, so I'm going to keep this really short and sweet. I hope that you're all doing well. I can't believe that we're already in March. It's so crazy, but I hope that you're having a good year. I know there's a lot of things going on, but I just wanted to offer some encouragement for your businesses, especially if you want to achieve some big goals this year, especially if you want to move the needle forward and increase your income, make more connections. Anyway, I want to talk about goals. And I know that sometimes we talk about goals and it's like, oh, goals, like goals and mindset, but it really is the foundation of your business, is having the mindset that you are worthy of success, that your success may and likely will look different from others' success, and that you can hit the goals that you have for your business. You absolutely can do it. You have everything you need. You don't need to be like somebody else. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You have what you need, and you are what people are looking for. So, with that in mind, it is really important to have goals. If let's say that you want to make $2,000 a month. If you don't have any goals, it's really hard to structure your business to get, I guess like having $2,000 a month, like that is a goal. But if you don't have like goals leading up to that, if you don't like back engineer that, if you don't make a plan based on that, then it's really hard to do that. Like the $2,000 isn't just going to come out of thin air, right? So I wanted to kind of show you what I've done. This is by no means the right way to do it. This is just what I've done that's helpful for me. A really good rule of thumb is to have your goals where you can see them every single day. And so I just made like a flyer in Canva, and then I printed it, and then I took it to Staples and I had it laminated. And that's what I did. So I have a couple that I'm going to show you. And I encourage you to do something similar. It does not have to be exactly like this, but just something that you can see every single day what you're working toward, and that reminds you of your commitment. Okay. All right. So sync goals. Here we go. So I want to do $5,000 in sales per month. That's my goal. So I encourage you to set, you definitely don't have to set the same goal. You can if you want to, but I encourage you to set a goal for you. Like make it realistic, but also like it's okay to stretch yourself a little bit. You should stretch yourself a little bit. Like this is a stretch for me. I've only hit this one time, but I want to keep hitting it. So that's why it's my goal. Okay. So like if you've been selling in the $1,000 range, maybe don't jump up to $10,000. Maybe say like, okay, I want to sell $3,000 this month. Okay. So figure out a monthly goal. Then what you do from that is back engineer it and say like, okay, if I want to sell this money, then I'm probably like, I'm going to need to do several classes and, maybe an in-person class or an in-person event. Like just start thinking about what does that look like for you? To take the steps to hit that goal. Okay. And then 2 recruits per month. And like, I haven't done that this year, and that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up over that, but if you want to grow a team, set a goal and just like start talking to people. Like I'm just talking about the artist program. Like when I talk to customers and they're like, I am all on board, I am loving this makeup, I'm like, great. Do you want to chat about the business side of it? Like how you can make some money by sharing this makeup? Like just throw it out there. The worst they could say is no. And that's fine if they do, but throw it out there. And I am finding, you guys, that the more I do that, I am more and more and more comfortable doing it. So, and then I set the rank. I want to get active at least Artist 4, because I am trying to qualify for that Davies Dollies retreat that's in the fall. So my goals align with that. Yours do not have to, but set a goal. Like, do you want to get active at your highest rank? Great. And if you have girls underneath you, reach out to them, ask them how you can help them in their businesses that month. Ask them what their goals are. Ask them just, where they're at in their business, that sort of thing. Okay. And then I have personal goals, gratitude journal, workout, and get in bed by 11. Still working on that one. So like, this is just an example. I just wanted to show you an example of what goals can look like. And then for my business, I set up my DMO. So my daily mode of operations is what that stands for. So very first thing, and I'm not always perfect at this, but the very first thing, I create and I post my content. I show up every single day with some exceptions, but I do my darndest to show up every single day. Okay. Then I do color matches because both of those are income producing activities, because that is what is going to yield sales. So I make sure that happens every single day, or as close as I can get to every day. Okay. Besides Sundays. And then I follow up with customers. I have a system that is automated to follow up with customers, but I still message people. I probably message 5 to 10 people a day. Like, I probably talk to 5 or 10 customers a day, at least, maybe more. Following up like, oh, you mentioned that you had a friend that might be interested, or you mentioned that you might be interested in hosting a class, or, something like that. I'm following up with people. Okay. And then I respond to messages. If I've gotten any messages on Instagram, my DMs, Facebook, whatever, I respond to those. And then I check in with you guys, try and check in on the Telegram, be available to answer questions. And then I make a plan for the next day. So this is kind of what I do, not all in one shot. It's kind of staggered, but these, I am for sure showing up. I usually do between 5 to 7 stories per day. I try and post a reel or a post or something every single day, or go live. And then I make sure that I stay caught up on color matches. So this is just a DMO that works well for me, but think about your situation, think about where you're at, your time, the demands on your time, and just think about schedule it out for yourself even, and just think okay, I have time between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning before my kids get up. That is a chunk of time that I have. Great. There's so much you can do. You can film content. You could post it that early if you wanted to. You can create graphics. You can follow up with people. You can do color matches. There's so many things that you can do in these chunks of time. Okay. And then I just wanted to show you. So I just printed out a calendar for March. This is how I'm planning my content. It's kind of messy because I changed my mind. But then at the top, I put, and sorry, I know this is probably backwards for you guys, but I put my sales goal, my rank goal, and I'm going to write a team mission statement for us. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but I'm going to do that. Anyway, so I'm making notes for the month for myself. And then I also printed out a bubble chart because I'm working on the Davies Dollies retreat. So if you're trying to hit a certain rank, bubble charts are super helpful. And then I just made a list of people that I'm talking to about the artist program. So I can follow up with them. Okay, so that's just an example of goal setting, but I just encourage you that if you want to grow this business, to whatever scale, to whatever degree, but if you want it to produce an income for you, then you have to have goals of what you're shooting for. Okay. So the exciting announcement with these goals is, as leaders, there's a handful of us with Paige. As leaders, we've been talking a lot about the Artist House, which is the bigger, the really big team that we belong to. And while there are so many resources there, it is really overwhelming. And we've just noticed that it actually, at least within our team, it actually has kind of created there's more disconnect. And it's just been harder for our smaller teams to really feel that closeness and that camaraderie. So what we've decided to do on our team is we're still Team Persevere. Paige changed the name of her Facebook group, but we're still Team Persevere. We're still in there, and nothing about that is really changing, but we're really going to bring the focus back to our smaller teams. So as we go along, I am going to be making some changes to our team Facebook page, and we're going to revive that and bring that back. And we'll start doing a monthly goal setting and brainstorming call like this. and just really focusing like on like our smaller team culture, because we're just realizing like there was we like during COVID and before COVID, like when we were so focused on like our smaller teams, it was awesome. Like there was so much growth and so much enthusiasm. And we want to bring that back. And like we're still part of the artist house and we can still absolutely use those resources, but we want to just focus on like just really getting to know each other and like creating positive cultures at the smaller team level. So super, super excited about that. More to come. I'll be slowly like moving content and information into our Facebook page, our team Facebook page. We're going to bring that back. I want to do, lots of recognition. I hope to do like some more virtual girls nights, like just more to come. And I'm seriously so excited about that. I think it's going to be so good for our team, for all of our smaller teams. So that's the exciting announcement. Please let me know if you have any questions, like any questions about goals, any questions about sort of shifting the focus back to our smaller teams, any of that. So sure, love you guys. Hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.